Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you my unicorn plant. Now, this unicorn plant has been on my wish list for the longest time, and you know, I've just been kind of waiting for the price to drop, and it finally has. So I'm excited that it's mine. I do have two other plants here. One of them is no surprise. It is from Ecuagenera, and I think at this point everybody has one. And the other one is fairly common now, I think, but it's rare to me. So if you guys want to see what it is that I had purchased and what I think of them, just keep watching. And Tofu is done with the intro. Let's get into this video now. Okay, so let's kick off this video by talking about this Syngonium milk confetti. And I didn't really understand the hype of it before, but I kind of get it now. I see why it appeals to people, and I mean, she's cute. I think I'm over the Syngonium hype. Like my Syngonium strawberry ice, that one I think has given me PTSD because it's just, it gives me a new leaf and then it melts off because it's so variegated. So I don't know. But this one appears to be growing pretty well. It's currently in moss right now, and it actually needs to be repotted. So I'm gonna repot this guy today. But yeah, this is my Syngonium milk confetti. Syngoniums are just really easy to care for. I don't have too much to say other than it's a part of my collection. All right, so the next plant is the actual unicorn plant, and it's this guy right over here. It is the Variegated Addisonia, and I am just so in love with this plant. As you can see, the variegation on this is kind of 55% variegated, and you guys all know that I love my Monstera albos, and I usually get the plant that has a little bit more variegation because it just looks more pretty, and it's a little bit of a challenge, you know. So 55% variegation is good enough for me. I didn't want to get one that was 70% variegation because that would scare me too much. Plus, this plant was super expensive. However, with the way that the plant market has been, you can actually get this for a fairly decent price. Like, you're not going to spend thousands of dollars on this plant anymore. You can get it in like the 3-digit range, you know, if you keep an eye out. So I did my due diligence and, you know, read up on how to care for my Variegated Addisonia, and quite frankly, it's kind of the same for my Monstera albos and all variegated plants. And that is, when you have a variegated plant, chances are it's gonna have less chlorophyll. And in my previous video, I had mentioned to you that if your plant doesn't have enough chlorophyll, it's going to die because it can't produce energy for the actual plant to sustain itself. So with that said, you should actually give your plant less love, because I find that people who love their plants too much end up killing it because they're just, you know, watering too much. But I digress. You should give your plant more light. Now, the reason why you want to give it more light is because it doesn't have very much chlorophyll. So as you can see, it doesn't have very much greenery on the leaves, which means it needs all the light it can get so that it could use as energy to continue to grow. I hope that makes sense. If it didn't make sense, just drop a comment down below, or kind of leave an emoji. leave the confused emoji, the one that looks like this, so that way I know that I need to explain more. But I have a Variegated Addisonia, and this is honestly my wishlist plant. There are 3 other versions of the Adasonii: the Indonesian version, the one that reminds me of a Philodendron Florida ghost, but this is the Japanese Tricolor Variegated Addisonia, and I think I'm attracted to this because it's closest to looking like a Monstera albo. So the next plant that I had picked up, it just completes my collection. I think everybody has one now. It's the Philodendron Gloriosum Zebra. This is actually the newest leaf that it's put off, and it's hardening off right now, which I'm kind of impressed because I didn't think it would withstand the travel. But yeah, I'm so happy that I have it, and it's just completing my collection. If you can see here, actually, I don't know, maybe you can't, but you can actually see right here, this plant actually has a few growth points on the end. So what I think I'm going to do is just give it a cut and then throw it in some moss and cross my fingers and hope that it gives me 2 new baby leaves, which is a bonus because that means I'll have 2 plants instead of 1. So those are all of my unicorn plants that I picked up over the weekend. This Philodendron Gloriosum zebra I did purchase off of Aquagenera, and my friend was nice enough to pick it up for me and leave it in water. So it's perked up quite a bit. And this Variegated Addisonia was picked up from House of Monstera. I do believe they have a few on their website still, and they do ship to Canada, US, and UK. I didn't know that, but now you know too. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and drop a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.